Okay,
All right. Good to understand the course.
starting with stage 3. This whole day, they're doing a choose-your-own-adventure kind of
Shooter
thing.
ready.
In this case, you pick whether you start with a rifle or pistol. I pick pistol. You have only 8 rounds with the pistol. You get to get 2 hits on each of the 4 paper targets. And you can only fire 2 shots from each of the 4 positions. And on this section, I get all of them. They are required to be B-zone hits. Any C-zone hits, that counts as a penalty. I take my time, not the fastest person here, but many people that are probably better than me and ran faster got one of their hits in the C-zone and didn't get that target. You'll run over here to the rifle portion. You have 3 shooting positions. Now, you're supposed to be touching these tank traps, but you don't have to be on top of them. So I go, of course, the gamer route of shooting from a bipod.
Miss. High right.
And it goes quite well for me. You have 2 targets down there. You get to alternate between the 2, getting 2 total hits on each. And I did finish under par. I came in 9th overall on this stage out of 44.
Finished. Nice shooting. Drop mag, show here. Times 1:18.74.
It's a fire. Okay, I'm going to start again.
Alright, this is Tactical Sloth Run. They also start with pistol. They also did quite good on the pistol. Once again, they took their time, carefully aimed, they got through all this. Did take up a decent chunk of time, but that's alright.
Holster.
Now, when they were shooting rifle on this, they decided they really want to work on shooting off barricades. They know they'd probably have an easier time shooting off bipod. They want to work on this skill. And they made a choice to work on that skill over getting the best points, and they didn't get the most points. But they were working their way through it, though they did par out. They ended up 39 out of 44 on this stage.
You switch targets.
Again. I have to shoot him again.
And switch back to the first target.
Hit! Hit! All right.
Next Hedgehog.
Hit! The next target.
Switch targets.
All right, that was par.
Now this stage, more choose your own adventure features. So out in this box, there's a spinner down there. You need to get a hit on the top and the bottom standing, top and the bottom kneeling, top and the bottom prone. Then you run over to the table, it'll be on the left. You need to get top and bottom hits underneath the table, then top and bottom hits on top of the table. Then you got a choice. You can spin the spinner of a rifle, then move on to the pistol section. But if you do that, you have to spin it before you can move on. If you choose to not spin it with the rifle, you run up to the pistol section, get top and bottom hits from each of the 4 shooting positions, and then you have to spin it with the pistol. Of course, if you time out on the spinner of the rifle, that means you don't get those 8 additional hits and get a penalty for each of those. Whereas if you time out the spinner of the pistol, you just end up with a 30-second penalty. And on this stage, a lot of people went the pistol spinner route. There was a 24-way tie starting at 14th place. And that's where I ended up.
Save it, firm, run forward.
Also, I think this spinner was harder than they normally are, because I swear I can get pistol spinners, and a lot of people there can get pistol spinners at this distance, and very few people, I think only 4 people total out of 44, spun it with a pistol. Everyone else who placed higher than where I did it with a rifle. So there were 4 people who managed the pistol spinner.
Tons of time.
Now, this is Tactical Sloth's run.
Shooter, do you understand the first
Same stage. They made a different choice, though. They chose to go for the rifle spinner. You actually had to pick before the clock started which version you're going to do. And had they gotten it, that would have put them better than me, because they going with the idea that they had a better chance spinning it with the rifle than with the pistol. Also, they just wanted to practice doing that, and they were less confident on actually accomplishing something trying to spin it with the pistol. Unfortunately, you'll see it doesn't really work out for them, and they time out on the rifle spinner. They get the penalty for missing the spinner, plus the additional 8 penalties for not getting the pistol targets. And that put them at 43 out of 44 on this stage.
Spin it.
This stage was really fun. More choose your own adventure stuff. You start out with 8 rounds in the rifle. Down there's a bunch of targets, and you just need to finish all the targets, and whatever you don't get with the rifle, you get to get with the pistol. The static steels each require 2 hits. The droppers need to be dropped all the way down, and however many hits it takes to drop them down, you do that. In the center, there's a mini-mo, where you shoot it in the chest, which pops up the head target, then you shoot it in the head to knock the head down. And you can do whatever you want to try and accomplish with the rifle. You can do it. Except the mini-mo, because that's apparently might get broken by a rifle at this distance. Some people shot the droppers with the rifle. Other people tried that and it didn't work at all. Some people worked great. I just went for the static targets, as did Tactical Sloth, and then finished off the droppers and the mini-mo with the pistol. Stage went quite well.
Down 2.
Tactical Sloth came in 35 out of 44, their best stage of the day, making them solidly not last for the match overall.
Look at that rainbow barrel. Down 1. All the way down. You're done.
And in the end, they end up as 41 out of 44 for the total match.
There we go. Look at that head. Yeah.
Done. 9, 8, 6, 3. All right, drop hammer, holster.
All right. Shooter, understand the course of
So I go a bit faster on these rifle targets, and on the second static plate, I missed one of them.
Stand by.
So then I know I'm not going to be able to finish all 4 targets with the rifle. And I put 2 hits on that target out there. Except, yeah, I could have gotten 1 more hit with the rifle. I only fired 7 shots, and there was still 1 round left in the rifle at the end I didn't actually use. I would have been a little bit faster had I actually used that. Oh well. But I go ahead and chug along, finishing off the pistol, which went pretty well, except right here, that's some malfunctions. Once I get that cleared, I chug along and finish it. Ultimately, I end up with 33 out of 44. And my total match score was 20 out of 44. This might be the very first match where I'm actually in the upper half of the shooters, which is an accomplishment. I feel good about that. Also, that mini-mo is a pretty cool reactive target, and pretty challenging. You have to get it dead on in the center to pop the head up. You can see, like, me hitting it and popping it halfway up a whole bunch of times.
There you go. Shot. There we go.